Happy Hanukkah. This is Torah in 2 minutes-ish, and it's Hanukkah. We got to talk about Hanukkah. Why is it the miracle of the oil that sometimes we talk about? Maybe not God's most impressive miracle. Having the light stay on longer than usual? Not exactly the splitting of the sea, not exactly the creation of the world. So we might ask, why is it that we say God commands us to light the Hanukkah menorah when there are more impressive miracles that we could be commemorating? Same thing if we say that the miracle is the war of the few against the many, of the zealous Maccabees against the Syrian Greeks and their assimilationist allies. Again, most of us are uncomfortable with religious wars. Wars where there's a religious group trying to force their views onto the secularizing, assimilating group. Most of us are uncomfortable with that. So why would we celebrate that? And yet, even though there is no explicit ancient text that says that God commands us to light the Hanukkah menorah, we do it. We say that. We say it each night. I think it's worth, as you light those lights, thinking about why that might be. Why do we commemorate? Not a fancy miracle, but a pretty humble miracle. Why is that called to mind? Why is it that even though the Maccabees were, say, imperfect at best, they didn't even rule that long, and their situation, again, you could take issue with it. They weren't perfect by any means. They made their mistakes. Why do we commemorate imperfect wars led by imperfect leaders? Why would that be? And why do we say that God commands us to kindle lights at the moment when we're remembering them? Why is that so important? I'm not going to offer any answers, but I will say that thinking of finding the sacred in an imperfect act and finding the miracle in what seems to be a relatively ho-hum event, that might be part of Hanukkah. It's not about big impressive things always, and it's not about looking for something perfect and then blessing that. It may be that we're supposed to do something a little different, and maybe something that is in short supply in times like ours, which is understanding that things don't always have to be perfect, and understanding that miracles don't have to come with thunder and lightning from above. So have a happy Hanukkah and a Shabbat Shalom.